we are mainly a crystal store, but we do have a couple other fun sort of items that sort of go with it. Yeah. Do you need help? Yeah? Oh no, don't worry about that. I mean, that's why I'm here. It is my job to help. But also there's so much, you know, not everyone knows everything. You know, it's kind of confusing if you're not browsing for the visual aspect, you know. It's totally alright if you are, though. You don't have to believe in, like, metaphysical properties of crystals if you don't. Yeah. Yeah, you can totally get any of this stuff without actually believing in what people believe is associated with it. So, did you have anything in mind? Okay, well, let's just start the crystals. Start the show. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll kind of show you some easy ones. It's a pretty good start here. This is called a blue lace agate. So, it does look like a regular rock. Yeah, but then you open it up and this beautiful on the inside. Some have bigger quartz deposits, but sometimes you get pieces like this. Yeah, they're very beautiful, yes. Yeah, you can totally hold it, yeah. I'll just set it down for you, yeah. We do have lab-grown quartz, though, like this one. Yeah, as you can see, it sort of has that similar rocky structure on the outside, but clearly it's not really real. That's okay, they don't always have to be real, because it is beautiful. Yeah, nonetheless, it's beautiful. Yeah, they just dyed it after they grew it. It's not too hard. I think sometimes they're like assigned to students as like a science experiment. Yeah. Speaking of, we also have one that looks like it was lab grown, but it's actually a pretty rare crystal. That's why we keep them in these little boxes. Yeah. It's really beautiful. If you can see all of the structure. Yeah. It's kind of delicate. It does look like rock candy though. It's really, really beautiful. Got a subtle blue color. And they have like little pieces as well. They're just gorgeous. Yeah. It doesn't necessarily have a name other than like a scientific one. I've seen some people refer to it as like angel quartz, not angel aura, because it doesn't have that iridescent. Yeah, but I don't know. It's a pretty interesting one. It's down. I don't want to crush anything on the inside. Okay. We do just have regular quartz. This is a nice chunk of quartz here. see this big piece and then all these little clusters down here. You can see like how natural structure is, how it sort of forms. It's really cool, I think. Yeah. It's a good one. I tried to clean this one up a bit, but it really wants to hold on to those dirt deposits. To each their own, I guess. Yeah, we've got a ton of quartz. We've got them in sort of cluster form. It's a bigger piece, but this one's a little smaller. Yeah. This one has more of the point structures on it. And then we have like just regular points here. Yeah. And they also come in bigger forms. This one is huge, yeah. It is. They are pricier the more bigger that they are. The quartz isn't as pricey as most other things. What else? Let's see. We do have another classic right here. This one in particular is in this bag because one thing about amethyst is that it reacts to sunlight, so it tends to fade over time if exposed to UV. So it's always something to be mindful about. If you get an amethyst, just keep it away from a window unless you basically want a yellow stone. Yeah, they kind of look like burnt, because they are, but sometimes they'll fade to like a really pale yellow. Yeah. Amethyst is a great like beginner one though. It's really beautiful, really popular. They're like the Libra of crystals. Everyone loves them. Yeah. The smaller ones do come with the little bag. Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to pay extra for the little bag. It just comes with it as like a courtesy for taking care of it. Yeah. Let's see. What's in here? Oh. These, we can't really sell them to you. But they're little hourglass selenite. You see the dirt? Well, it's clay. Trapped inside of it. Yeah. They're really interesting. This little, because they're super brittle. Yeah. They can break off into shards like this. Yeah. Well, we usually give them out as like a sort of complimentary gift. Yeah, you're not like legally allowed to sell them because they are on like a natural, they naturally form in basically only 2 places in the world. One being Oklahoma, and I think, man, I don't want to give false information, so I don't really want to say where I think the other place is, but one is Oklahoma. Let's see, I've got a couple more here. Well, since I showed you the selenite by accident, I can show you this other piece of selenite that we can sell you. It is not hourglass selenite, it's just plain selenite. This is just a wand version of it. You have to be careful with these. Yeah. Well, sometimes, I mean, it's not feldspar, which usually gets labeled as selenite for some reason, has shards that kind of come off on your hands whenever you deal with it. This one doesn't, but you don't want to like carve it or anything because the dust is, I don't want to say toxic, but I'm pretty sure it's toxic. Yeah, you don't want to breathe in selenite dust. So yeah, display / metaphysical purposes only. No carving allowed on this fella. yeah, it's got a nice little divot. I've got a couple more here. Let's see. This one's really cool. It reminds me a bit of a dragon scale. I believe it's a geode because you see like all of the sparkles on it. And like if you weren't really paying attention, it kind of looks like just a plain rock, you know? But it has like these sparkles on it, which leads me to believe there's some form of quartz or crystallization on the inside. Or maybe it's just crystallizing on the outside, I don't know. You can buy it if you want to open it. That's totally up to you, but it is being sold intact. Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite pieces. I think it's so cool. Let's do this guy. I'm gonna save the best for last. So this one is bismuth. Yeah, it looks like little steps to like a Mayan pyramid or something. It's very cool. They don't all come in this specific shape, but definitely this specific kind of structure. Yeah. Bismuth is lab grown. It does not appear naturally in the earth. But it is really cool. Yeah. Super cool. And you can get like really big ones or just these little guys. They're just $1. Yeah. There's so many of them. Like over there. And this one's my favorite. So I thought I'd show it to you last. This is bornite, otherwise known as peacock ore, because as you can see, all of the beautiful shifts in color from indigo to gold. Yeah, the gold is more of a brass color because it's copper, but if you like rub on it, you can see it more. It's so cool. It is naturally forming, which is why I love it so much. And it just looks like a little rock, like a little magical little rock. Yeah, that shine right there is so cool. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. It just looks like a little space rock. Yeah, it doesn't even look like it belongs on this earth. That's why I love it so much. Those are crystals, yeah. Is there anything that's like standing out to you at all? Yeah, that tends to be a popular choice. I can definitely help you pick out one if you would like. Or you can always just browse. Yeah. Well, we do have a couple other things if you would like me to navigate you through. Yeah, so we've got a bunch of different candles. We have these pillar / tapered candles in a bunch of different colors. But we also have them in these small, yeah. Some are unscented, some have scents. Just look at the bottom and it'll tell you. We do have more decorative candles. This one right here is all like rainbow. The decorative ones are a little more expensive just because they're like from an artisan who does them. And we have these little birthday candles basically, but you can just buy however many you need basically. Yeah, really good for spell work, wishes, things like that. Yeah. That's about it for candles, but we do have like incense as well, and a bunch of these like holders and stuff. I don't have any of the incense up here with me today. Yeah. Oh, I almost forgot because it doesn't look like a candle. We have this. Yeah, they are made by a brand called Gothic Gardens. There are a bunch of different coffin-shaped candles. They're really cool. This one is Serial Killer. It smells like fruit. Well, not Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles. Yeah. Yeah, they're really, really cool. I definitely recommend these. Especially if you are more interested in like horror, gore, things like that. Anything creepy. Moment. There we go. Okay. And we also have lighters to go with the candles and little matches. We have a bunch of these little jars and stuff. Usually if you buy a certain amount of candles, I think it's $20 worth of candles, then you get one of these, a couple of these for free. Yeah. We also have diffusers. Yeah. So you just put water in it and like essential oils and just makes your room smell good. Yeah. Kind of like a candle, but I think a lot safer. And then of course we have the essential oils. Not to be confused with like MLM essential oils. This is just like smell good stuff. This one says anxiety release and sleepy time. I like to explain it kind of like tea. You know, like tea calms you down because of the herbs and stuff, the flowers and stuff, kind of like that. Yeah, it's just the scent version of it. And then we have a lemongrass, a lavender, and a cedar wood. These come together. Let's see what else. We do have a lot of like odd stuff here and there. Yeah. We have cards and stuff. These are tarot cards, and these are just interesting playing cards. So we have both of those. We have a bunch of different types of tarot cards as well. Show you. Things are a little messed up over here. Forgive me. If you get any tarot book with any tarot card together, then you get a discount. Yeah. So any pairing together. It doesn't have to be the same or look the same. Yeah. And this one just goes with it. It's playing cards, but they each have their own poem. It's really cool. As you can see, each card has its own sort of poem attributed to it. Yeah, I love this one. Let's see what else. Yeah, here's another sort of odd thing that we have. It's called a paradox box. It's really cool. It's a bunch of French optical illusions, basically. Alright, let's see. I've got another book up here, which is pretty interesting. It's by Scott Cunningham, and it is Earth, Air, Fire, and Water. More techniques of natural magic. It's really cool, I think. Very basic. Has some spells, poems, a midnight chant for increased power. It talks about visualization, the different elements, candles, spreads, things like that. interested in the magical side of things, I definitely recommend that. Yeah. Yeah, the back says Star Magic and Wishing Well, Scott Cunningham's classic guide to natural magic. It's really cool. Let's see. Well, we do have some decor if you're interested. Yeah? Okay, well, we've got a classic snow globe. So we've got a little crystal on the inside. Very basic, but I think it's super pretty. Like the iridescent snow inside. And then it's got that beautiful, beautiful crystal on the inside. Yeah. Definitely gorgeous. Yeah. Very good piece for an altar if you like need space. Yeah, if you've got space that needs to be filled. Very good for that. Or it's paperweight, if you prefer. Okay. Got like 2 more things up here. This is not just a little unicorn. Well, it lights up. It used to light up. There is batteries in it. Used to light up. This is a store display one, so it's alright. Yeah. But they're really cool. It just lights up and it's a cute little unicorn decor. We have them in a bunch of different colors and shapes and stuff. We got moons, stars, rainbows, clouds, smiley faces. No hearts, unfortunately. Okay, I'll show you the last thing, which could be considered a toy to most, but if you know what you're doing, it could be a very cool tool. Yes, it's a magic 8 ball. Let's see, does this person believe in the power of the babe? Outlook not so good. Are they the babe with the power? Let's see, let's see. Signs point to yes. You do remind me of the babe. You know, the babe with the power. Yeah, the power of voodoo. You do. Yeah. You remind me of the babe. That seems to be it, actually. It's a nice little run through of our store. Is there anything that like really truly caught your eye? Yeah, I can, if you trust me, I can grab some of those in that style if you'd like. Yeah, choosing can be very overwhelming, so I do not blame you. But luckily it is part of my job to sort of choose this because we get like online orders and stuff, so I get to go through the shop and choose crystals for people, which is fun. Yeah. Totally, yeah. Well, if you want, you can like browse the decor section and I can go find those crystals for you. Sure. We'll meet back up here whenever you're ready.